look, Michigan is playing somebody that doesn't absolutely suck. Maryland comes into the Big House for a Big Ten collision. Can the Terps give the Wolverines some trouble? Let's preview Maryland and Michigan. Maybe the passing attack hasn't been the overwhelming threat that we thought coming into this season that the Maryland passing attack would be. If you look at the rushing stats, don't let it fool you that this is a balanced offense quite yet. Roman Hemby has had a couple of 100-yard games, and no doubt about it, he's established himself as the number one back in College Park. But, and there's always a but, Roman Hemby has burst off a lot of big runs, a 70-yard run, 58-yard run, things like that. Okay, not a ton of rushing attempts in those two games. It's not like he's running the ball 25, 30 times. He's not a Big Ten workhorse, so to speak, like you might see at other schools. So it's not like if the passing game isn't going for Maryland that they can lean on the running game. No, that's not what this is. This is Roman Hemby busting off big-time runs against lesser, not Power 5 opponents. So this is still a passing attack, and this is still what Maryland wants to do. Do they have a threat in the running back? Sure, yeah, he can bust off some big runs. But now when you match up against the University of Michigan, things all of a sudden get a lot harder. Okay? When I look at Michigan in this game, I think they've got a big advantage. I look at the Michigan Wolverines and I see a team that is much more talented on both offense and defense than the University of Maryland. There was a lot of guys that they lost, of course, from that defense last year. I think those are what these first three games helped with at Michigan, was kind of working out some kinks. And I think the defense is going to be ready to play, right? If you take anything from the tape of that SMU game, it's getting after the quarterback. I think this offensive line is susceptible to giving up some sort of pass rush. And you know Michigan loves to rush the passer. And I think they're going to do exactly that. Michigan's secondary will be tested, right? When Taulia Tagovailoa is able to set back there and throw, the coverage team at Michigan is going to be tested. And this is probably one of the bigger tests that Michigan will have. So we're really going to see what type of secondary, what kind of matchups Michigan has. Can they match up with those Maryland wide receivers? I'm really excited to see that happen, right? I'm really excited to see, if Taulia Tagovailoa has time, can he pick apart the Michigan defense? Will he have time? I think that's another big thing. Another big thing about all of this is penalties. Maryland is the most penalized team right now in the Big Ten. 31 penalties through 3 games. A whopping 15 of them came in the last game against SMU. If you commit between 10 and 15 penalties against Michigan and give up 100 yards in penalty yardage, you ain't winning. And you're probably losing by a lot. Okay? Maryland also is not good on the defensive side of the ball. They're in the bottom tier of the Big Ten in a lot of categories this season. They're giving up 392 total yards per game. A lot of them are coming through the air. 273 yards through the air. Look at that game against SMU. SMU was able to move the ball through the air. And now you bring in a team like Michigan with a quarterback that can now push the ball down the field, like J.J. McCarthy, and they've got weapons. Good luck, Maryland, covering Ronnie Bell, A.J. Henn, and Roman Wilson, Cornelius Johnson. Good luck covering all of those guys. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. You know, Maryland's best case to being in this game late is a shootout. And I don't think the Michigan defense is going to allow that to happen. I think the Michigan defense is going to be good. I think this is a lot better defense led by Junior Colson of the linebacking core than a lot of people think. I think they've had time to work out some of those kinks, get everybody to gel together in these first 3 non-conference games. Look, I like Maryland as a football team. They've really progressed under Mike Locksley, but going on the road to Ann Arbor, I really believe Michigan might win this one by a couple of scores in this football game. Balanced offense. I would not be surprised if Michigan goes out there and puts up 400, 500 yards of total offense against Maryland. Yeah, Maryland can go out, they can score 20 points, but Michigan could still put up 40 in this game. That's kind of the way I see this one going down. What do you guys think is going to happen between the Wolverines and the Terps? Can the Terps make this a game? Leave your thoughts, comments below. Make sure you subscribe to Big Ten Ted. I'm Big Ten Ted, and we will see you in the next one.